Searching on Amazon for the perfect pre-built PC can be a challenge. With so many options, it's easy to end up getting a bad deal, especially if you don't know much about PC components. That's why I put together the ultimate guide to help you find the perfect PC from Amazon for your budget and your needs. Whether you are gaming at 1080p, 1440p or even 4K resolution. By the end of this video, you will know exactly which PC you should choose from Amazon, and on top of that, I will also show you the expected level of gaming performance from each system. You can find all the links to these Amazon systems down below in the video description with the latest prices and availability in your region. My name is Valentino. That being said, let's start. With the first PC, we have a budget system for under $1,000 in the Prebuilt Gaming PC. This one will be perfect for you if you are working with a tight budget of under $1,000. And since you get the NVIDIA RTX 5060, you are going to be getting top tier performance at 1080p resolution, and you can also play some 1440p depending on the game and depending on the settings. So it's a really good entry level 1440p system and also a 1080p Ultra one. And then when it comes to esports games, you get an i5 14th gen processor, so you're going to be getting 240 plus FPS in competitive settings in esports shooters like Fortnite or Valorant. A very complete system for 1080p resolution or even some 1440p gaming, once again, if you are using the right settings, and you also get 32 gigs of RAM, which is going to be great if you want to do streaming or content creation on the side. On top of that, the airflow is pretty good with really nice RGB fans and plenty of airflow overall, and the price will be well under 1000 USD at $899 by the time of filming, but there's a limited time discount, so maybe when you're watching this the price is a bit higher or it might be even lower, so I recommend you checking the latest prices and availability from the links down below. Now, if you are searching for the best value 1440p Ultra gaming PC that could also run some 4K gaming, then I recommend you getting this next system in the Stormcraft gaming PC. This one has the NVIDIA RTX 5070, which is one of the best 1440p graphics cards in the entire market, and you will be able to run any game at 1440p resolution, high to ultra settings with no issues. Even the most high demanding games out there, for example Cyberpunk 2077 or Flight Simulator. So you can play any game that you want at this resolution with no issues, and then you get one of the fastest CPUs in the entire market for gaming in the i7-14700F. So when it comes to gaming performance in high CPU demanding games or esports shooters, you can expect well over 300 plus FPS on average at 1440p competitive settings, so feel free to go with a 1440p 360Hz monitor if you want to. Here you will get 32GB of DDR5 memory, so very fast speeds, and this will be ideal for multitasking, productivity work and content creation. And as I said before, if you're looking to play at 4K, well, since you get the NVIDIA RTX 5070, you are going to be able to play at 4K high to ultra settings in the most high demanding games out there if you are using DLSS, which is the upscaling technology, and trust me, it still looks amazing. If you're using DLSS quality, for example, you will be able to play at 4K in these high demanding games like Flight Simulator with no issues or Cyberpunk 2077. So overall, you're getting a great 1440p high to ultra settings experience or a 4K one, once again, if you are using the right settings depending on the game. You also get plenty of airflow, great aesthetics, and the price is going to be around 1500 USD by the time of filming, so a really decent price. In my opinion, this system is the best price to performance one overall, because it's definitely not the most expensive one, and even though it's not cheap, it's definitely high-end when it comes to gaming performance. Now, if you either want to max out 1440p gaming or you want to play at 4K and you want the best price to performance system for 4K ultra settings gaming, then I recommend you getting this next system in the Lenovo Legion 5i. I have tested a Lenovo Legion desktop myself and it was amazing for 1440p and even some 4K gaming. Now this one will be perfect for both resolutions, and you will be achieving even higher FPS than the one that I tested because you get a better graphics card in the NVIDIA RTX 5070 Ti. This is one of the fastest graphics cards in the entire market, and it will allow you to play games at 4K with no issues, very high frame rate, and that's why this is, in my opinion, the best price to performance pre-built PC on Amazon for 4K resolution. And if your display is a 1440p one, you are going to be maxing out every single game with no issues, even if you want to play with ray tracing enabled. And you also have to keep in mind that the 5070 Ti has 16GB of VRAM, so it's going to be perfect for high demanding games right now, but also high demanding games in the future, because you're not going to be running out of VRAM. On top of that, you get an Intel Core Ultra 7 processor, which will be perfect for content creation and productivity work, and it's also very fast when it comes to esports games. So if you want to play games like Valorant or Fortnite, you will be achieving very high frame rates, and you can actually max out any monitor refresh rate. So feel free to buy a 540 or 480Hz monitor if you want to compete in these type of games. And then in this Lenovo Legion desktop, you get an amazing software where you can control the lighting and also the overclocking of the system in case you want this PC to run even faster. You also get 32 gigs of RAM, which is perfect for streaming and content creation, and the total price by the time of filming is $1899, which is a much better price than the Lenovo Legion desktop that I tested, which was about the same price or even higher with worse hardware. So as of right now, this is the best Lenovo PC deal that I've ever seen. Now, if you have around $3,000 to spend and you want a high-end computer, so you want one of the best PCs out there, I do recommend you getting the next system in this Kitec King 95. This is an amazing looking system, by the way, and it has the NVIDIA RTX 5080, which is one of the fastest graphics cards in the entire market. With the RTX 5080, you can max out games at 4K resolution with no issues and 1440p right now and in the future. So with the last PC, you got a 5070 Ti, which is pretty good as well for 1440p and 4K, but the 5080 is slightly faster and it's going to be perfect if you want a top tier high-end computer. Here you also get the fastest CPU in the market for gaming in the Ryzen 7 9800X3D. So once again, you can max out any monitor refresh rate if you want to play esports shooters, and it's also going to be amazing for high CPU demanding games because again, this is the fastest one in the market for gaming. So if you want to play a game like Flight Simulator, for example, which is a very high CPU demanding title, you will be achieving the highest frame rate that you can achieve. And also this PC is great when it comes to multitasking, productivity work and content creation because of the fact that you get 64 GB of RAM, which is an insane amount, and it's way more than enough even for professional content creators who are earning money through this. And on top of that, you get 4 TB of Gen 4 SSD, which is plenty of storage for any kind of task, whether it's gaming, content creation, productivity work, it doesn't matter. 4 TB of SSD, it's a lot. And then last but not least, you get a 360mm liquid cooler, which is going to be great because let's say down the line you want to upgrade the CPU with a newer CPU that comes out in the next few years, and let's say that CPU is quite beefy and it requires a ton of cooling, well, you will have to upgrade the CPU only because you already have a 360 liquid cooler, which is going to be enough even for the most beefy CPUs out there. Now, the price for this system is on a discount by the time of filming for right under $3,000, which is really expensive, but again, if you are looking for a high-end machine, this is a very nice one. However, if you want the fastest PC that you can get, so you want the fastest gaming performance or the fastest content creation performance, then I do recommend you getting the next one on the list, which is the Legacy 4, and it has the NVIDIA RTX 5090, which is the fastest graphics card in the market, and you can max out any game that you want at 4K resolution, and I'm talking about well over 120 plus FPS on average, high to ultra settings in the most high demanding games out there, which is an insane level of gaming performance considering we are talking about games like Cyberpunk 2077. And then next to the RTX 5090, you need a capable CPU. That's why this PC has the fastest CPU in the market for gamers and creators at the same time in the Ryzen 9 9950X3D. With this CPU, you can max out not only any monitor refresh rate in case you want to do gaming, but you can max out productivity work and content creation performance. So if you're a professional content creator, this PC might be a great investment as well, especially if you want to do more than just content creation or more than just gaming, because here you get the whole package. You also get an insane amount of RAM in 64 GB. Once again, you also get 4 TB of SSD, so plenty of storage for any kind of task that you want to do. This whole PC is a very high-end system, but also the price is the highest on the list by far, and it's going for $5,000 by the time of filming. Now, if you want the RTX 5090, so you want the fastest graphics card out there, but you do not want to go up to 5,000 USD, that's completely understandable. You can find systems with the RTX 5090 for around 4,000 USD, so $1,000 less. So if that's you, then I will leave some bonus PCs for cheaper RTX 5090 systems down below in the description box with the latest prices and availability in your region. And I will also leave every PC that I mentioned today with some bonus systems for even more budgets. So you will definitely find your perfect PC from Amazon down below in the video description. And then if you're willing to buy a brand new PC from other companies, so if you're willing to buy them directly from the manufacturers themselves, then I do highly recommend you watching my video on the best pre-built PCs of the month for every budget and every resolution from any company. You will find that video in the top right corner of the screen. Thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next one.